when I see my daughters, my sons in this world. When your Adam stands on this stage and gives that testimonial about me, I was wondering how this Yaya, how did she accept all this as a me? It's sending the day she was leaving me to come to United Kingdom. When my bedroom, I looked at her and said, yeah, if it had, I don't let money. She collapsed. She collapsed. And once she recovered, said, Tata Bijandi, Fatma Bijandi, my sister Bijandi, to comfort me. Of course, all of them stepped into her shoes and did exactly what she was doing for me. Very caring about that. But what else do you expect? She is named after Adam Prim, a phenomenal woman in Banjul. She was the adopted sister of my father, so always called her Bajan Adam Prim. A very caring woman. So, that trait of her, I think she took part of that from her trauma. Yeah, thank you for this great testimony. And you have given me some very fine grandchildren. I can't wait to meet with them anytime. When we shake hands, we do it in a very special way. So it's Amina, and of course my Sheikh Babu. Very wonderful grandchildren. Thank you for giving me this wonderful grandchildren. Joe, as I always call her, Joe, or Bisu, or Jojo Bisan, a phenomenal daughter. You know, on the 16th of April, 2016, when we were walking out of my house on Pipeline, she was the last person I spoke to among my children. Said, Baba, and I gave them, her voice was cracking, and I knew she was shedding tears from the tone of her voice. And she said, Baba, and I gave them that. Of course, parents pray for their children. Children also pray for their parents, for their protection. And that is exactly what Jojo did for me on that day. In my house at Koto, she was the one in charge of everything in the house. She would tell me what I eat, and she insisted that I must eat on time. I know that she's been very active in the politics in this country, of UDP politics in this country. And thank you very much for being the daughter of your father, standing by me and did everything necessary to see to it that we succeed in this enterprise, this national enterprise of the giving together. Joe, thank you. And she's giving me a very wonderful grandson, Usman. I always call him Mr. J. And And when I say Mr. J, he gives me all the 32. Broad smiles. And Jelly worked on my emotions when mentions were made of Dr. Robert Suso, my brother and my friend. He and I usually had our brainstorming after Maghrib. We sit at night and we brainstorm on matters affecting our nation. And today, Alhagie, my daughter, is stepping into the shoes of my brother. Feeling the void that was there. I thank you all. You girls, you've done for me what I thought you couldn't, what you have proved me from. And I look around, see my sons, Sankum, Karamo, all of you. Lamin, Suleiman, this is quite an awesome evening for me. I'm not sure whether I will have the like of it, but Birmingham has given me something that I can never forget. Well, Mr. Chairman of the Diaspora Chapters of the United Democratic Party, Mr. Ousainou Khan, another protege of mine, whom I tutor and mentor in politics, but he has certainly excelled me. There's no doubt about that. So, in tutoring, I found that the tutoring has been very fruitful. I want to recognize the people's representative, Mr. Suleiman Sabo, the honorable member for Darboe Central, and also the chief whip in the National Assembly. Your presence here speaks volume of our desire for concerted efforts in achieving for the Gambian people the national agenda they have set for themselves and set for us. Thank you, Suleiman, and thank you for that very wonderful presentation that you made here. I thought at the end of your statement, we should just eat and go out of this hall, because everything was said by you. Thank you. The chairman of UK chapter, Mr. Ousainou, I know he's not present here due to his bereavement. I know his father passed away a few weeks ago, and on that day, I was in communication with him. I expressed my condolences to him on my own behalf, on behalf of the Darboe family, and indeed on behalf of the entire United Democratic Party. But I'm on his political path. And so I will again publicly express my sincere condolences to him and his family. His father, Alhagie, is a man I knew. Both of us were the victims of the Darboe false arrest and detention in October of 2015. He, MC Cham, Ousainou Njai, Mohamed Sabali, Maïsaba Diallo, Sarani Jata, Ismail Jawara, and many others. They are all captured in 2015 and taken to the military barracks in Macau and detained at a place they call Alhagie. That's where maintenance of vehicles are carried. That's where all changes of vehicle are done. Very squalid place, dirty, smelling. Our comfortable bed was tarpaulin on which we lied. Insects crawling all over our bodies. Yaya said, "Leave." So his father was there, we were there. He was one of the victims of Jamia. And for what reason was he arrested? Because they felt that he was a supporter of Jawara and they were ready for Jawara's return. False allegations against all of us. So Yaya, your father did his for Gambia. I'm so sorry, say your father did his for Gambia. And you continue on this path to fight for the establishment or the realization of a just Gambia. May Allah the Almighty, in His infinite mercy, receive Yaya Sidili in the highest of the Jannas. And of course, he is being deputed here by our very able deputy. And the excellence of your activity as is shown in the statement that you have just made here. We are very grateful to you. And since we came, we've been properly looked after. We want to recognize Ousainou job of pastors. Nek lofi dem na delunga il wanulagirim de la Santa. Pastor Sen Jar of United Party, United Democratic Party, Sen Jar Jeb Benalo. Not me. Jaime Dolly, Samis Bir Kasso, the law hamlet to Ben and Tabellion. Why not pass niti? Send intrapurne, Dinen Libre, Send Rio. Talking about Hamne, Lol, Mobile. Lolan Taho. Inshallah, Yalana, Lila Hamne, Darato could go. With the family together. Pour Gambia ak Sénégal seen njiiti dem kaso loolu moo nekkoon sarax pour yow ñu am seen bopp Fatou ñu la gërëm la sant ñun fi des nii tey maa ngi jàng naa ci dara defe naa ne daal saa bu ñu amee façon jotaay bii lii dina ko fa def te xam naa ne su ko defee lu mu bon dina fa formé I see in the hall my brother, Almame Jobate. Almame is one who has been a personal pillar, personal support to me. One of my great aunts, one from their home in Kayai, Jobate Kunda, Kaja Jobate. So he's a grandson to Kaja Jobate. And of course, that relationship further cemented our relationship when it came to the politics. He did not support us because we come from the same area or because we may have some family relationship, but he is convinced of the righteousness of our cause and supports us. And Alhagie is, I think that I'm going to say so, I'm going to give a million to him, I'll call him Falsana Gentleman.
My battery is down, I'm changing.
I was pleasantly surprised with the presence of Honorable Moro Sisi. Moro Sisi. My able National Assembly member for Darboe. I think in the politics of Gambia, Darboe recently became a constituency of its own, small as it is, but it reminds me of, I think, maybe what they call the federal territory or Washington. Small as they are, but they are big political outfits. I mean, incidentally, Darboe was the first capital of the Gambia before Bathurst, but now Bathurst. So for Darboe to have that unique position of being a constituency of its own, I think is well deserved. And we appreciate your presence here. And thank you for coming. Ramon, I don't know what to say. From country to country, you've been following. You do not ignore invitations from any of our churches. You travel to these countries at your own expense. You take care of yourself and you donate handsomely. Thank you. And we appreciate that you are one of the people who is pushing our agenda forward. And pushing UDP's agenda is certainly pushing the national agenda. I thank you very much. Dr. Ba of Doi. Well, your presence here, I think, validates the stanza in our national anthem, which says, and join our diverse people to prove man brotherhood. I think your presence here really validates that stanza. We may be different political parties, but we have a common objective. And there's one identity that we can't deny each other. I can deny being a member of DOI. You can deny being a member of UDP. You can deny being a supporter of GDC. But one thing that you cannot deny is that you are not a Gambian. That you cannot deny. And that Gambianism is what has really made you come and join us here. And your statement, as short as it was very pregnant with meanings. And I can assure you that in our quiet moments, we'll be repeating those words to ourselves. Try to dissect them and see what is beneath those statements. Thank you very much for your presence. All others who are here, we acknowledge your presence and we are very grateful for making this evening what it is. There is a lady that traveled all the way from London. I've been trying to ask her to come and see whether she will can start competition with the army. Fatima, my granddaughter, from London. But I've tried to get her come to the podium so that if I kiss, But she said no, because Amina is around, so she cannot have that. She cannot stand that competition. But Fatima, I wish really you had come to the podium and let me see how you and Amina will really fight it out. But thank you for coming all the way from London to come and grace this occasion with Grandpa. Party faithfuls, distinguished guests, and everyone here present. I bring you warm and fraternal greetings from your fellow party faithfuls back home in the Gambia. I also acknowledge the several thousands of people listening to and watching this event in the city of Birmingham. I want to begin by thanking, on behalf of the National Executive and the Central Committee of the party, our gracious host, the UDP UK chapter, the organizing committee, and many volunteers who worked tirelessly over weeks and months to make this event a resounding success. The entire party salutes your dedication, commitment, and selflessness. I also extend my gratitude to representatives from other chapters across Europe and beyond who traveled long distances to be with us. As I look around this magnificent hall, I see the living spirit of the United Democratic Party. I see faces of courage, resilience,